Yo, what up? Welcome back to the Wiz Streak. Today I rolled Tainted Apollyon, and I'm pretty sure I haven't had him within the last 5. I'm also too lazy to look back through my videos to see if that's true or not, but I'm pretty sure I haven't had Tainted Apollyon within the last 5. Oh my gosh, what a week. I'm tired. Holy cow, of all the weeks to be... Yeah, sure, man. I'll come in to help on day shift since I'm one of like 4 people trained to run the feeder on our new printing press. Yeah, man, I'll do that. Oh, what a mistake. What a mistake between like pretty serious customer press checks and like an inspection and a whole bunch of like technical issues, and then just I don't know, man. Just a rough long week. I'm glad it's over. Especially the inspection. I'm sure management's much more excited about the inspection being over than I am. The Wiz is probably back to the left, but I can feign ignorance for a moment and do our boss first. It's nice having the locusts synced up with our tiers. For once, they'll go the same direction as your tiers. The instinct to abyss Wiz is very high when I get to my item room. I'd also like a heart to drop so I could pick up that bone heart. But I think the inspection probably went well, but it's just what an inconvenience. All the things that you have to put back in order completely correctly. Like everyone knows, you know. Things when someone is coming in for an inspection are definitely different than like it actually is, you know what I mean? But there's definitely some inconveniences that are just like, really? We have to throw away all of our trash barrels? And do what with our garbage? Exactly. Walk all the way out to the dumpster every time we want to throw away anything? Yeah. I'm sure the inspector will think, oh yeah, that's probably normal. Every time they use a cartridge of ink. Yeah, they definitely walk all the way out to the dumpster to throw away each individual cartridge of ink, man. Every little can of ink. Yeah, dude. And every time they use a rag, yeah, I'm sure they walk all the way to the rag bin on the other side of the facility. Yeah, dude. That's exactly how it always works, I'm sure. Whatever. Whatever. It's over. It's fine. I'm not mad, I'm just tired. I'm tired, man. Long week. And it was all on being on day shift, and then I'm gonna go right back to being on grave. And then I'm gonna be really tired. Because my body is like almost ready. You know what I mean? Almost gotten used to it. Alright, give me this item. Well, Locust, it was nice knowing you, but now we're gonna be totally unsynced from each other. Sorry. That'd be a fun synergy with Abyss, having the Locust go, uh-oh, I'm gonna die to Lust of all people. I think, actually, is what's gonna happen here. I was kidding! Oh. I don't feel like playing. I felt like decompressing, but I didn't. Ah, man. Now what? Now what should I do, huh? Do something for fun? What I want to do is take a nap. Let's do Tainted Keeper Greedier mode. Why not? That sounds like it could be fun. Well, that's the streak. That's stupid. I died to Lust, of all people. Do I really want to do Isaac right now? Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. You know what I really want to do? Here, 1 second. Okay, let's play a real video game for once, you know what I mean? Oh, I just wanted to decompress. You know what? I should have not played Isaac. I think is what I should have done. Oh, goodbye, streak. Whatever. Who cares? Hello. Why do you got a rose, Mr. Bombaloni? I don't know. Smooth? Oh, you know what I don't have to worry about? I don't have to worry about any gold customers. I can just play Papa's Freezer. What's going on, man? Oh, what a week. I don't even know where to start complaining. I'm just you ever just be so tired out from a week? You don't even know where to begin complaining. You're just like, yeah, it just kind of was long and grueling. And it's hot. And man, being on day shift, it's probably better for your health, like overall, I imagine. Being a day citizen of planet Earth, but I do not like being on day shift. I've gotten used to the quiet. I've gotten used to the lack of a million people being there. And the particular printing press that I was like being a feeder on, I felt so exposed. It's like the feeder is right by like a main thoroughfare. There's people walking by all the time. And like it's up on like a little like pedestal. I feel like I'm up for everyone to like see, to look at. All the managers and bigwigs and people from finishing and cutting all walking by. Maintenance, just everyone in the entire building going back and forth all day right behind me. People going to the aerator, like, and I gotta use the aerator too, so I'm kind of like, I have to fight for it a little bit. It's like, dude. And I was helping training a new press assistant as well as, you know, getting on my own loads and keeping up with dude, the daytime pressman, he goes fast when he feels like it, and when he feels like it is pretty much all the time. So, whew, bit of a wipe out of a week. Yeah, I'll take being kind of on my own. Like, yeah, there's not as much support on Grave Shift, but like, I don't know. There's certain like deniability. It's like, well, there was nothing we could do to fix the problem. We had to wait till day shift, which is, you know, perfectly true. But feels a little disingenuous, but I don't know, especially with an inspection, like every tiny little decision that you make, I feel like 3 people are second guessing you at all times. It's like, dude, get out of my hair. Like, back off. Especially because, like, the swing shift operator of that press and the swing shift feeder of that press, oh my gosh. They managed to find every tiny little fault with you. Nothing's ever their fault. Ugh, sometimes they're really nice guys. So sometimes it really catches me off guard. Like they'll just come out at the gate swinging. They're like, "Hey, here's this tiny minuscule problem that nobody in the entire world except me specifically would care about." It's particularly infuriating because sometimes that feeder, he doesn't have a leg to stand on because the normal day shift feeder guy, like, he'll come in and there'll be several like important things that are out of like disarranged. Like, oh cool, you didn't bring any loads for me. Oh, there's no ink staged. Like a whole bunch of like big picture stuff that's out of order, but oh, like this really tiny insignificant stuff. Like, who cares, dude? Whatever. He wasn't even there. The sheeter had to come over today to fill in for him. Which, you know, it's the way it goes. Might as well. I was gonna start making that special, but oh, cool. We won't have to circumvent Cletus here. Cletus, we can just make your thing. Oh, nothing like unwinding from a hard day at work with pretending to be at another job. Maybe it's because it's so hot and I'm like dreaming of more ice cream. There's some popsicles in the freezer. I guess I could go have a popsicle after this. Work a couple shifts and like I shouldn't have booted up Isaac. I was tired. I died to lust. At least I should have picked up that bone heart. Something, man. I don't know. I figured it was a mini boss. I had that gut feeling that it was a mini boss. But I feel like lust is... I died to lust! Of all things, we had an amazing Tainted Jacob run the other day, and then I died to lust. Just by being bad at video game. Whatever. Let's celebrate the end of a hard day, work week with just making some ice creams. Making some ice creams and dreaming about ice creams. Oh, coconut. I wouldn't put coconut on it. I'm not a very picky eater. What the heck? Give me that. Okay, pull that off. Yeah. Tell me you want the special, Brody. Get out of here. I wonder what my friend thinks. They're off playing the Elder Scrolls DLC. You know what I'm playing? I'm playing Papa's Freezeria Deluxe. And who's having a better time? I don't know, probably him. he's probably having a better time. I'm not a particularly picky eater. I think the only two foods that I can think of that are like a yuck, no thank you, never in a million years is coconut and eggplant. Everything else, maybe I don't love it, but I'll certainly eat it if it's in front of me, with the exception of coconut and eggplant. Even then, coconut, it's in a lot of things, and I'd rather just eat it and not cause a fuss than complain about it in any way, shape, or form. I guess it's really then just eggplant. I think eggplants, yeah. But coconut, I would... Oh, that's so lopsided. Whatever. Ding me. I dare you, Brody. Yeah, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, Brody. It's gonna be the 4th of July soon. And I gotta go camping. And it's gonna be great. There's gonna be swimming, there's gonna be hiking, there's gonna be staying outside, and I like camping, and it's been like a year since I've gone camping, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm a tent camper, don't have any RV or camper, but me and my wife, we like sleeping in the great outdoors sometimes, you know? We're kind of nature people. I wish my vehicle was in better order. We'll be taking hers probably, which isn't really it's not really an outdoors car. Sandra! What? You really? Really, Sandra? I didn't realize that animation would cut you out of the menu. But like, really, Sandra? You would dare at the last possible second you would take it away from me? You really, Sandra? Really? I am unreasonably upset about that. Fine, Sandra. Oh. Hello? Hello? Excuse me? Papa? Papa, Louie? What? Can I can't... What? I've never seen the game do this. That's interesting. Quit app, I guess. Okay, 1 second. Okay, that was weird. I've never seen the game crash. How? I've never seen this game crash before. Well, I guess it wasn't a crash. It was like a weird... it wasn't a hard lock, or... I guess it was a soft lock. I had to restart the game to get out of it, right? I couldn't quit to menu, even. I guess it was a soft lock. But I've never seen the game do that before. How odd. How very unusual. Ugh, what was I talking about? Work, ice cream, Xandra, complaining and ruining a perfect day. Ugh. I wasn't even going to bring up the fact that it was a perfect day. I was just going to be all casual about it. I was like, those 2 videos I made of this game, and like how much whining I did about not being able to get a perfect game. Well, here I just casually first try perfect game right now. Nope. Not at all. uh, I want ice cream. That's really the moral of the story. Is I want something cold to cool off of with. Celebratory. There's no victory lap for Isaac. Man, that's stupid. I was looking forward to a nice Tainted Apollyon run. Tainted Apollyon. Probably more than the average person. I think most people dislike Tainted Apollyon due to the fact that he's obviously an unfinished character. I still like him, even in his unfinished state. I think he's kind of fun. But, you know, he's better than regular Apollyon. That's not too terribly difficult. I feel like this is a mess, but we're gonna still send it anyway. There you go. There you go, Marty. Okay, well, he didn't complain about his drink. Xandra. Xandra. How dare you? Easily. Anyone can leave a 5-star, a 4-star, a 1-star review on a 5-star product. Reminds me of that post. It's of that doctor who got a 4-star rating. And I was like, this doctor's great. He saved my life. And then he just commented, what do I gotta do to get a 5-star rating, man? It's like, it brings up a good point. Save a patient's life, still get a 4-star rating. Like, what do you gotta do? Didn't regenerate my body. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's Kingsley? My boy. I like that outfit on Kingsley. Dun 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 dun. I also just think of Kingsley Shacklebolt. Just the most level-headed Harry Potter character. Everything that guy says is correct. And probably the way the world should be. Which is why he gets to be temporary Minister of Magic, right? I put that on medium blend. Well, good thing I came over to check on it, because I was like... Right? Is that... Yeah, that's over the line. Okay, yeah. Good thing I came over to check on it. I was like, why hasn't it gone off yet? Because I put it on regular blend instead of the other way around. Alright, what's our special? Might as well make 2 of them. We're here. Hey, customer. I wonder what they want. You'll never guess. They want the special. Whoa, that's crazy. How did I know? Okay. Oreo. Chocolate. Sorry, Creamio. Not Oreo. It's definitely not Oreos. Whatever you think it is, it ain't Oreos. Alright? Just don't you know. So it's Valentine's Day. Happy Single Awareness Day. No, oh, I hate these X's, these XO things. I feel like the special sprinkles are not that one. The special sprinkles are like the most likely topping to like get a little bit wrong. Like you got to be careful of the seasonal sprinkle topping. That's the one that if you're gonna get wrong, it's probably gonna be that one. Oh, okay. It just stopped existing. I thought it was gonna sprinkle off the side, or drip off the side, I should say. But instead, it just ceased to exist instead. Alternatively. It's like a... Okay. I don't know too many, like, good Valentine's Day movies. We were talking about, like, holiday movies the other day, and we were saying, what's a good 4th of July movie? Like, what's a great, like, 4th of July movie? And, like, the only thing I could come up with is National Treasure. I feel like that's got to be, like, the best possible movie to watch as a 4th of July movie, right? Like, what could be better? Like, probably some crappy 4th of July, like, horror movie. I'd also would make a good, like, Thanksgiving movie, right? Maybe. By the way, there's still, my friend is still playing, Elder Scrolls DLC. Uh, Elden Ring, I mean, not Elder Scrolls. Alright, that's all done. There you go. There you go, Brody. Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody. I wonder if the actual security people for the Declaration of Independence thought the movie was funny, bad, or like wildly inaccurate. They're like, nah, dude. Nothing about this movie makes sense. You should be ashamed of yourself. Also, he's a moron in the first few minutes of the movie. Why? You know that the guy you've been working with is a bit of a rough character. He's already, like, a person of suspect interest. Why on earth would you propose, like, just go along with him until you get back to civilization instead of being in the middle of, you know, the ice sheets out and stranded in the middle of nowhere? Just go like, oh yeah, man, sounds good. And as soon as you get back to, like, real civilization, print screen. Aw, I didn't Steam screenshot it. No one will ever believe it. What's the Steam screenshot button? Oh, cool. I've opened up a million wrong things, though. There we go. It's that one. All right. It's sort of the completely wrong moment, but it's at least saved into the folder. All right, cool. That's what I usually do for a perfect day. Is I just screenshot it, and I kind of messed up a lot, but that's okay. Several of those screenshots sitting in my screenshot folder are meant for perfect days are completely messed up. But as long as I don't take any extra ones, I get the general idea. Future me can go through and be like, I got this many perfect days. Wow. You wouldn't know it because half of these are, you know, screenshot at the completely wrong time, but promise. And then I feel like it was really easy to actually explain that someone was going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Right? It's like, okay, I know sounds crazy, but here's this international known criminal, Ian what's his name. And together we found a clue. You don't have to believe that the treasure's real, but trust me, this guy thinks the treasure's real, and he's gonna come and try to steal the Declaration of Independence. Now, I know it sounds crazy, the whole, like, situation, but this guy is crazy. He genuinely thinks that there's a treasure map on the back of Declaration of Independence, and it's kind of my fault, but he stole from me. He tried to kill me, too. And once you give his name, like, to the FBI, like, he's a known person of interest, right? Like, by the end of the movie, like, the FBI guy knows who he is. They haven't ever been able to, like, you know, get him on anything, but he's already a known character. So, like, I don't know. But of course, then the fun movie can't happen, so that's way more important. Even if there was a more logical way of... Okay, why did I... Excuse me. I did not hit the 1 button, sir. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Oh, maybe I hit A? Oh, I think I hit A. I didn't know that... What does W do? Does W do anything? No, it doesn't. I didn't know that A was a hotkey. A and D, they're hotkeys. I didn't know that. I knew 1, 2, 3, 4 were. But yeah, I hit A. You learn something new every day. And in Papa's Freezeria, A and D are hotkeys to move to different parts of your store. So, are you almost done? Thanks. Marty again. Well, it doesn't matter that I'm getting the same guys because we got gold on everyone, so it could be anybody. And I'm not too bothered about it. So why keep going after you've already achieved perfection? What else is there? There's always more. Ice cream. I guess a goal I could have is to get like, I don't know, 20 plays on each special. Just vibe. I have considered in the past using Papa's Freezeria since it's much easier to talk and play on this game for if I don't have a good like presentation ready to go. There's a few subjects I might want to talk about on this channel that isn't just video games. And oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. And this would be the game to play at the same time as like discussing things, right? Like if I do want to talk about, I don't know, Hercule Poirot novels, if I want to talk about, whatever, right? Animorph book reviews. I don't know. Why Animorph book reviews? Dude, I don't know. That's literally the first thing that came to my head. A series I'd be way more likely to talk about would be the Underland Chronicles by Susan Collins. I feel like that'd be a much more likely candidate for a childhood series that's like, dude, this is very underrated. Like, if you ask me, what's your favorite book by Susan Collins, and you're expecting, The Hunger Games, you'd be dead wrong. It's definitely Gregor and the Curse of the Warmbloods. What am I doing? Okay, yes, I'm making this milkshake. It's definitely Gregor and the Curse of the Warmbloods is the best book that Susan Collins ever written. So, why don't you think about it? Why don't you think about that? It is. I wonder, have I told this? Oh, have I told this story before on this channel? I might not have. But imagine being a day one fan of the Underland Chronicles, liking it before everyone else did because like, oh, cool, it's Susan Collins is coming out with a new book. It's not Gregor, but I'll read it day one. Why not? I like her other stories. And then it just like becomes an international phenomenon and you're like, I liked it. You're like actually kind of a hipster about it because you liked it before everyone else did. But the worst thing is now you know that Gregor number 6 is never going to happen. Like, she was asked about it in an interview before Hunger Games came out. It's like, would you ever make a 6th Gregor the Overlander book? And she was like, might, but I have other ideas for other projects that I want to tackle first. And if that goes on anywhere, we'll see. I might return to it after doing other projects. So when you make a smash success like the Hunger Games, you're not going back to Gregor. Very sad. No book 6. What would book 6 even be about? I don't know, man. Gregor goes to therapy. Like, isn't that what they did? And like, I never watched Steven Universe, but isn't that like the last arc of Steven? Is Steven goes to therapy? I don't know. Would it be like that? It could be good. Gregor goes through life trying to not accidentally kill people, and his life is endless nightmares and PTSD of being a child soldier. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely stuff you could do. It certainly wouldn't be for anybody but me. No one else on planet Earth would get any kind of enjoyment of a 6th Gregor book that had, like, Gregor and his family exists, but there would be no Underlands. Just Gregor trying to adjust back into, like, regular life. Am I recording? I am. Okay, good. Had to double check. I had paused and unpaused so many times, I just had to be double sure. Nobody but me would want that. But I guess it'd be kind of like, it's kind of like Speaker for the Dead and Ender's Game, right? There's so many people that don't like Speaker for the Dead because it just takes the characters from Ender's Game and puts it like tells a totally different, like only slightly related story according to some people. But I don't know. It seems like a pretty natural progression to me of what like an adult Ender would end up doing. And like, Ender doing other things besides, the games, that's cool. Anyway, I really like Speaker for the Dead. Shame about the author. Shame about the author. Why is it that people that do great works are kind of not great people, huh? Why is that? What? Toby Fox. There we go. There's someone that, for all I can think of, that I greatly enjoy his works. That he's not not a scoundrel in some way, shape, or form. Right? Like Phil Fish and Fez, not a great guy. Orson Scott Card, not a great guy. He wrote 2 good books, Ender's Game and The Speaker for the Dead. And I don't know, a bunch of other mediocre stuff. Who else was I thinking of? Oh, J.K. Rowling. Again, crazy turf, right? But like, kind of like your books. I kind of liked Harry Potter a lot. And I don't think I like Harry Potter nearly as much as I did when I was younger, of course, but I don't know. I still got a big old soft spot for Harry Potter, flaws and all, and there are many flaws in Harry Potter. Don't get that wrong. Okay, that can be on that one, I guess. Oh yeah, we're gonna totally blend it anyway before we move on, so like it doesn't matter which blender we put it on. Yeah, we might even put the rose hip whip on first. Alright, cool. Hello. I should probably, let's shake up the special, because we're getting we're getting a lot of the same people because it's the same holiday. And so the people who are more likely to show up for the holiday are showing up. And there's no longer any bias towards customers who aren't gold. So, like, only Valentine's Day loving people are showing up. And the closers. And the people who like the special. So, at least I can't control the holiday, aside from just playing through the game, but I can control the special. So maybe I'll change the special next time, just so we see a couple new faces. Yeah, I'm good with that. You're gonna order the special. Nope. Iggy. Mayor Iggy Fleischman? Of a vast and sparkling city, a city in the center of the universe? That's not what I mean. Anyway, I was talking about Gregor. I don't know much about Susan Collins, like, personally. There's never been any, like, controversy about the woman, right? Like, except maybe for the Hunger Games themselves. But, like, anything that gets popular is gonna have controversy. It's just the way it is, right? Like, you know, Harry Potter's banned. Not for, like, anything in particular in some places. It's like, it's popular, therefore, you know, someone is going to find some reason to ban it somewhere. And I'm sure the Hunger Games is banned in, you know, some hick town, deep Republican South. Good old Party of Freedom. The Republicans bans more books than anybody else. Yep. Party of Freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What are we talking about? The erosion of the middle class, banning of education, and what else? Okay. Let's not go political here, okay? Like, come on. Yeah, put that on low blend. Low blend? Call that low blend. Low blend. What's the... I'm trying to think of, like, commonly banned books now. Now my brain's on banned books. What's probably the most, like, famous banned book I've read? I don't know, probably just To Kill a Mockingbird. What else? What else have I read that's banned? Fahrenheit 451 is ironically banned in some places, right? I feel like Jane Eyre's probably been banned. Of course it's been banned. It's got, like, how old is it? And it's got, like, there's, like, several feminist lines in the story, so of course it's probably been banned. Dun dun dun. Rum bum bum. Rum bum bum. Oh, I should have made a special. I just paid out. Don't want the special. Don't want the special. Thanks, Matt. You're a homeboy, Matt. He's also a terrorist, so I think I forgot that his hat literally just says bombs. Like, dude's on a watch list. Like, what? Why do you have a thing that just says bombs, man? Like, I wouldn't be walking around with something like that this day and age. Not even like a Mario. I probably wouldn't even have like a bomb, like a bomb T-shirt. I feel like you might. You never know what's gonna happen. Anyway, back to Gregor. Why is it a masterpiece? If you can get your hands on it, like maybe your library has it in the young adult section, I'd highly recommend the audiobook version. Like, I'm sure the book itself is a good read, but the guy that they got to read it, Paul Bamer, man, what a masterclass in like audiobooks. Especially book 2. Ah! Especially book 2. That guy does a fantastic job. Like, it doesn't matter how many times I read it or listen to it. There's a moment toward the end of the second book that really, like, a certain character is dead. Yeah, a lot of people die. That just because a lot of people die doesn't mean it's serious business. Although it is serious business as far as a children's book series go. You know, it handles heavy topics like, you know, war, depression, children's stories, you know, following religion blindly, all that good stuff. What was I talking about? Gregor. No, make the Sunday first, then finish the other Sunday. Anyway, there's a scene where a certain character is dead and another character is coming to terms with it, and like, wow. It doesn't matter that I kind of know everything's gonna work out. But that's a scene that it really punches you right in the friggin' face. Really hits you in the good old feels. Gregor and the Prophecy of Bane. I forced my wife to listen. We were on a road trip, visiting family in South Dakota, and I got my wife to listen through it, the whole series. No, that's when I made her listen to Ender's Game. When did I get her to listen through Gregor? That was Ender's Game. Well, okay, it's really annoying because I didn't really want her to listen to Ender's Game. I really wanted her to read Speaker for the Dead, but Speaker for the Dead is much more impactful if you've already read Ender's Game. So it's kind of like prerequisite reading. She enjoyed it anyway, so it wasn't like a bust. She thought, wow, that's a pretty good book. I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty good book, but the second one is way better. Can't remember when I got her to read through Gregor. I don't remember. Anyway. What was I saying? Like, actually, though. Oh my gosh. I know I was talking about, but what specifically was I talking about? Crying? Me crying? Her crying? Being disappointed that she made a more popular series. So, now people are gonna flock to her other series instead, and she's never gonna make a book 6. I don't remember. The audiobook version, read by Paul Bamer if you can. Very good performance. There we go. That's all I was gonna say. The first book is probably the weakest one because I guess it's a little slower and the stakes aren't as much, right? They're just trying to save his dad. Spoiler, his dad isn't dead. He's alive and he was trapped in the Underland all this time. Whatever. Sorry. I spoiled the first part of the first book. And then the speed of the books just go through the moon. Once it's got like all that preliminary stuff taken care of in book 1, then it starts going off the friggin' rails like immediately. Oh, I don't know this one. That's the advantage of sticking it out with the other one is you do. Oh, I wasn't ready. Good. Oh. I must commit Sudoku puzzle for this blight. For this shame upon my family. Only getting a good. Ugh. But yeah, the third one, yeah, I'd rank them. Probably the third one's the best. Curse of the Warmbloods. Oh my gosh, what a good book. I love talking about genocide in my children's story. Biological warfare. Oh yeah. Blindly following religion, genocide, biological warfare, PTSD. When is it ethical to kill people? Dude, just all the lightest subjects in your children's story. Greg is really good. I'm already re-listening to one book series. I need to like stop re-listening to stuff and like listen to new things. I'm pretty sure I haven't quite gotten through all the Laura R. King's Mary Russell series, right? I think I got several more of those to go. I should be reading those. Like Mary Russell's War. I have that book in my possession. I should read it. I should. But I burned myself out on that series. I read too many of them too fast. And then I hit all the mediocre ones right in a war. I think if the quality had stayed as insanely high as it like was, I'd probably still be reading those books. But then I hit like it kind of got mediocre for a stretch there. It needs to pick back up. Well, maybe not mediocre. That might be too harsh. They're probably just fine. I guess that's just another way of saying mediocre, I suppose. They're probably good. It's just that you probably shouldn't read them all right next to each other. Anyway. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I'm ranking the Gregor books. 3, 2, 5, 4, 1. There you go. In that order. That's my opinion. What's the blending situation actually? Can I go back to the blender? Okay, that's still good. Rum-bum-bum. All the specials came first, so you can't make a special ahead of time and get ahead of the day, but rum-bum-bum. Rum-bum-bum. And go back here, and ooh, just in time. Cool. Alright. See, we're not thinking about work anymore. We're thinking about books I like and care about. Hello, mailman. We're thinking about books we like and care about. There you go. No more thinking about work. Think about all the errands you're gonna run after you've completed a couple more shifts here at Papa's Freezeria. Oh yeah, and think about the dinner that you're gonna make. That is one nice thing about being on day shift. I can make dinner sometimes. Like that's true being on graveyard as well. But like I don't know, man. Sometimes these days it's been rough getting up early enough to like make a meal. But coming after work and making a meal, that's like, I don't know, that's really easy. Especially like, this is not going to be a complicated dinner to make. It's just going to be grilled cheese and tomato soup. That's what's on the schedule for today. So I can make that. I can make that easy. So that'll be nice. Whenever I can cook instead of wife, makes her life better. It's my opinion. And I like cooking. She's just better at it. In general, I would say. I'm not particularly intuitive about anything. Cooking is definitely in that category. Most things that I know how to do well, it's through repetition and practice. Nothing comes to me particularly intuitively. Everything is learned. Trial and error, scientific method. That's how I get there. So that's not really a good combination when it comes to the kitchen. If there's a recipe to follow, sure, it'll come out fine. Maybe it won't come out rockstar 10 out of 10. But if I have like a recipe to follow, sure, everything will be okay. When it's like, oh, you know, just take this stuff and, you know, make it. Uh, okay, sure, honey, I'm on it. And I think it also doesn't help. I've always been that way. So when you're at the stage of your life when your parents are supposed to be teaching you how to do those kind of things, I might have been a little bit more difficult to work with as a kid. So mom was probably like, here, go do this other task instead. So I didn't get some of those more foundation stuff when it comes to like intuition when it comes to like cooking and baking and stuff. There's no basis there that like most other people have got, I feel like. But I also think that's like for some reason, that's a generational thing for us. Our generation is definitely the generation of kids these days don't know how to do anything. And it's like, okay, yeah, because our parents, like, all collectively didn't teach us for some reason. Like, all these various life skills, we weren't taught. It's not that we don't know it because we're stupid or lazy. It's because the last generation, for some reason, collectively dropped the ball. Oh, you're going to get your car in for an oil change. No kid of mine would ever be caught dead doing an oil change when they could just do it themselves. Yeah, okay, my old man didn't teach me how to do an oil change. I'm not gonna look up a YouTube tutorial on how to friggin' do an oil change. I'm gonna let an expert do that. I'm sure it's as easy as put a catch pan down, open something, drain the oil out, put it back up, put new oil in. I'm sure it's as complicated as that. But at the same time, since I've never done it in my entire life, today's not the day where I experiment and figure out how, right? I'm sure it's as easy as that. Anyway. What's another, like, basic skill I feel like the previous generation dropped the ball on? I know how to do taxes. That puts me above, like, most other people. Anyway, it's like 50 minutes. I feel like that's a good... Let's do Breakfast Blast, actually. You know what? Blast 9? Alright, let's friggin' do this. Bam. Bam. Got him. Boom. Boom. I'm doing this on a trackpad, by the way, so if I make a mistake, it's not my fault. It's because I'm using a trackpad. Bam. Bam. Shut up, dog. Bam. Bam. Easy. I won an 8th medium carnival table. Oh, sweet. Now I got 8 of them. Why don't we go set them up right now? Let's I'm not disorganizing what this beautiful mess I've got here to put down 8 medium-sized carnival tables. Remove all? Absolutely not. Posters. I think every inch of that wall is covered in a different poster. I think there are no repeats back there. Flooring. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry that this really wasn't much of an Isaac video, but I was thinking, should I go play a modded character? Should I do a challenge? Should I do, like, a Pica run? And I was like, you know what I actually feel like playing right now is Papa's Freezeria Deluxe. So get clickbaited. Lol. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.